Now, from the Weather Tracker TV Storm Studios, this is your weather tonight. Here's Chief Meteorologist William Cole.
All right, folks, here we go now, heading right on into our Wednesday evening. And of course, the countdown is on. The winter storm, it is now approaching North Texas. Of course, we're talking about for tomorrow, Thursday, snow, sleet, rain, a little bit of freezing rain potentially as well. All the newest data has come in as we've gone through the afternoon. Want to get you caught up on that, your storm timeline minutes away as well. If you're running any kind of last minute errands, maybe trying to pick up some supplies to get, again, you and your family ready for the impending winter storm. 30s this evening. We do remain dry, but again, any kind of evening plans other than just being cold, definitely doable. We've had a couple echoes show up on radar as we've gone through the afternoon. Nothing is reaching the ground locally. It is completely dry. The air mass is completely dry, but that will be changing as we get into tomorrow. Take a look at this here. Again, you can see the upper level storm system currently spinning up across parts of the desert southwest. A little bit of higher elevation snow through parts of the New Mexico Rockies, even across parts of southern Arizona. There's been some rain today. It's, again, because of this right here. Different presentation. This is the water vapor imagery, counterclockwise spin, donut hole feature. Of course, this is what's now advancing towards the southern plains and the Lone Star State. And of course, with the cold weather that's already in place, we have the upper level storm system, rising motion. Those are the dynamics we're now looking for to get this winter storm to go. And of course, I have to tell you, again, with the big winter coat I'm sure you had on today, again, that air mass is plenty chilly, again, for any type of wintry precipitation. So as we go forward in time, we're watching this right here, this donut hole, this dip, if you will, in the jet stream flow. Again, you can see it come through as we go through tomorrow, Thursday. But the good news is, though, as we get into Friday, especially as we get into the weekend, look at it really just accelerate off to the east. So even though we may still have some morning precipitation on Friday, as we go through the day, precipitation ends, begin to clear, believe it or not. And then again, as we head into the weekend, not that it's a sharp warm up, but temperatures will be moderating, meaning getting slightly milder into the weekend. That'll help kind of thaw things and melt things off heading into the weekend. Here's the modeling. So again, as we go through the rest of this evening, we're quiet. This would be sunrise tomorrow, Thursday, and look at this shield of precipitation move in. I've been saying it throughout the day. There is a very narrow window tomorrow morning in the Metroplex, 6 a.m. to about 9 a.m., where we could see a little bit of freezing rain. If that were to be the case, any elevated surface, again, bridges and overpasses, number one, but any of the flyovers, the Mixmasters, the high fives, things like that, keep in mind, they could easily, again, at least become treacherous relatively quickly, right? Otherwise, as we go through the morning into the afternoon, it's really going to be a mess. And again, there could be some slick spots developing, but I think there will be some actual liquid raindrops, some sleet, some snow through at least the first part of the day. So the overall travel, while again, it could become slick in spots, not necessarily treacherous, but again, by later in the day, I think we'll have a bit more of a snow line as the atmosphere begins to cool down. So for Thursday evening, Thursday night, early Friday morning, and that's when we could have the greatest travel impacts around the area. But again, I would plan on travel impacts around the Metroplex and really, truly across a good part of North Texas. So because of that, the Weather Service, they did go ahead and update this to now include, number one, the winter storm warning we've already been talking about throughout the day, including all of the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, but all the surrounding counties around North Texas now also under a winter weather advisory as well. So the predominant precipitation type, areas of pink, mainly a mix. I think the better opportunity of just an outright snow for a greater part of the day, it's generally going to be north of Interstate 20. Snowfall totals, I did update this one more time. 1 to 3, I think, is going to be pretty common. And the blue, 2 to 4, becoming a little more common. And then again, heading up 30, maybe up towards the Arklatex, I think there could be a bullseye in that direction of 3 to maybe even 6+ inches. So I think travel impacts, that's going to be the greatest concern with this. Obviously, closings are currently coming in. You see them at the bottom of the screen. And I think the power outage potential, we're going to keep that in the low category. I don't see a lot of power outages. Simply put, it's just not impossible. So we're going to track all of this. Again, more data will continue to come in as we go through the evening and tonight. Again, we've got a lot more coming up. Stay with us.